to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp.
Call us for free information at 1-800-460-1663. That's 1-800-460-1663. Again, 1-800-460-1663.
The number of coronavirus cases in the world now tops 100,000. World health officials announced a new death toll being 3,400, including at least 14 Americans. When it comes to the coronavirus so causing worry and anxiety, Dr. Drew Pinsky tells Fox News,
the panic is far worse than the virus. Let the professionals whose job it is to contain pandemic do their job. They're doing an amazing job. Worldwide, the efforts and the effect of the organizations like the CDC and the WHO has been remarkable. And yet the media continues to take every effort to fan the flames of panic. Look, the WHO has said there's about a 3% fatality rate on this virus, and every time they say that, they always qualify it and say, we expect it to drop a lot once we understand the full extent of the virus.
President Trump is sending about $8 billion out to fight the coronavirus outbreak. The president signed the funding package this morning that Congress passed earlier this week. And you're listening to USA Radio News.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go and pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-215-5141. 800-215-5141. That's 800-215-5141.
Joe Biden is pulling away from the other main contender in the Democratic presidential primary race. A new Reuters Ipsos poll shows a former vice president with 45% support. That gives him a 13-point advantage over Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. When it comes to the choice between Democrats and President Trump 2020 spokesman Laura Trump says,
it seems like if you're a Democrat in this country, your choice right now looks to be a socialist who is a communist sympathizer, or Joe Biden, who I think a lot of folks legitimately, Ed, question his cognitive function in many cases.
What do you mean by that? Because that keeps coming up.
Well,
and the Biden campaign undoubtedly is going to push back and say you're suggesting something, what,
listen,
health-wise?
I'm supposed to be rooting against Joe Biden, and every time he takes the stage, I feel nervous that he's not going to be able to coherently string a sentence together. And if I feel that way, I think Democrat voters out there probably feel very nervous about him. Who would be running the country if this individual really is not showing that he's functioning with all gears moving here? I mean, I think it's fair to call that out and ask what's going on. He forgets what state he's in. He called it Super Thursday.
Laura Trump speaking there on Fox News. And finally, Americans are set to spring forward this weekend as Sunday marks the beginning of daylight savings time. At 2 o'clock Eastern time on March 8th, people across the United States will need to turn their clocks forward 1 hour to reflect the new time. For USA Radio News, I'm Tim Berg.
The following is an America Matters Media production. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the station or its advertisers, although we think they should. But that's the opinion of America Matters Media.
Welcome to this evening's episode of Rush Hour. I am your host, Kelly Rush, and we are a production of America Matters Media, the home of quality conversation. We're also on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Reno Rush Hour, and that's also my Twitter handle, so you can follow me there. Like me on Facebook, and we're also on YouTube. I have a YouTube Rush Hour radio show channel, and it's also on the America Matters Media channel. So yeah, and this is an interactive program, so you can call us toll-free from anywhere in the world, 844-790-TALK, that's 844-790-8255, or you can text us if you really want to, 775-237-2266, or just drop us a line in the Facebook Watch Party comments box. So, now that I've got all that babble done with, I have been joined by Harmony again, Latrice Bass. Her birthday was yesterday, so she's now officially 32. Done with all that 31 crap. Enough of that nonsense. And We were going to have her gig last night at the L, but something decided to get funky with those speakers, so she took the night off, which is a good thing. Nobody needs to do shit on their stuff on their birthday. God darn it! And I still owe you from the last one too, so.
So that's 1,000.
Yeah, I might as well be. I just need to put them on retainer.
I think that's a new record, 1 minute and 30 seconds in.
I swear. I'm pulling a Mike Tyson at this point. So yeah, check that out, huh? Oliver X, star that he is for our morning show, the Reno Tahoe Tonight Show, from 8 to 9 every morning, has did an interview with Mike Tyson yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. And he dropped the F-bomb. Oh, I only dropped the S-bomb. He dropped the F-bomb.
Wow.
But they were doing it pre-recorded, so Christian was able to edit that out. And so yeah, that happened.
Oh.
And so yeah, here we go. It's a Friday. Yeah, it's a Freaky Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Woo!
So it worked out cool that you were able to swing over because my original guest wasn't feeling well.
Oh.
So it had to reschedule for a couple weeks from now. And so, yeah, I got to have you back. So, yeah, we're just kind of shoot it and talk about whatever. And so you have got some gigs booked or working on some stuff.
It's in the works. It's not finalized yet.
Okay, that's cool. But that's awesome. I mean, from the other night, when were you on? Tuesday? Monday?
What was that?
Anyway, earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Or was it last Friday? It was last
Friday.
Oh,
yes.
last Friday. So a week ago. From a week ago, you've got 3 or 4 gigs in the works. I'd say that's pretty darn cool. So
that's what happens when you be your own boss. You can make stuff happen.
That's right. That's right. So
I know for a fact that Juneteenth is in the works.
Awesome.
Yeah, so last year I did one song, but I think because I contacted them a little late, so I think what's going to happen is they're going to give me at least maybe 10, 15 minutes to do whatever.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I know you're working on some stuff for Art Town.
Yes.
And speaking of Oliver X, he is the executive director of Art Town. So we got some connections there.
Oh.
Have you put in for a submission, or is this a kind of an off-site? Is this an official Art Town gig, or is this kind of like a side club thing?
Okay, so I got a chance to talk to him yesterday, and because he asked me, did I have a particular place where people can come and see me?
Mm-hmm.
And I said yes. So Dennis, who runs the Sailor at Arturus.
Oh, okay.
He reserved July for Art Town because he said he does it every year.
Okay, got it.
So he said I have to be on stage a minimum of 2 hours. But but the thing is that I do my thing and then either a band or as long as it's art, then they do their thing for an hour. So the thing is that I had somebody in mind, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work out because I'm used to people being flaky. So
Yeah.
I think,
and it's early. I mean,
yeah, it's way early.
I mean, 3 months.
But
it sounds ridiculous, but 3 months is way early in Reno.
But the thing is that I was thinking that maybe I should get with Deidre and do the Art Town over there. Bring that elbow room some business.
Absolutely.
I just now thought about
a couple. I mean, you could do the one where you're planning, but then do another one. Art Town's a month long. It's the whole month of July.
Right.
Why not do a couple?
That will work.
Because that one, the Alturas is downtown Reno. This is Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's two different audiences.
Right.
I would love that. Because we'll help you with that. I mean, obviously.
I mean, if you know some people that can share the stage with me.
Absolutely. Oh, there's all, of course. I mean, there's all kinds of different acts. We could get comedy. We could get some spoken word. We could get some acoustic. I'll see what Athena's up to if she's here. Yeah. Yeah. Calling Athena McIntyre. Athena McIntyre. Can you hear me, Athena? Athena? Calling Athena.
Bueller.
God, I love that movie. Ooh, haven't seen that in a while. Okay, yeah, let's get some, Art Town. It's Art Town. Yeah, 4 months. Counting. All right. I'm thinking now. Get the gears a turn. All right, we'll be back for the second segment of today's Rush Hour, and y'all out there too, call in if you have some ideas about some local musicians and other types of performance artists that could do an Art Town gig. Yeah.
Destination Midtown. Experience the difference. Reno's premier shopping extravaganza. Everything imaginable and more. Midtown matters. Get down to Midtown.
Ponderosa Meats, the anchor of Midtown since 1954. USDA choice, USDA prime cut. Ponderosa grass-fed beef. Call 775-322-4063. Ponderosa Meats, tradition, quality, and prime service.
Midtown Reno. Experience the difference. Get down to Midtown. Midtown matters.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree we typically look for.
Right.
But we gave you a shot anyway. And since then, you've worked incredibly hard and given it your all.
Thanks.
You've been an important asset to the team, but I don't think you can be an intern here anymore. We want to hire you.
You're serious?
Absolutely.
Find your next great employee. Introduce yourself to the Grads of Life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
I won't let you down.
I know.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
So here's the choice. Some people say the USA is finished. It's evil, a has-been, full of hate and injustice. The U.S. Constitution should be trashed and the Bill of Rights abolished. No free speech, no gun ownership. Competition and free markets are bad. We're all too stupid. For our own good, the government must own everything and know all your secrets.
Other people say that America has created the freest, richest, happiest, most generous society that has ever existed in the world. That's why millions of people are desperate to come here and escape their brutal lives in Cuba, Venezuela, North Korea, and 100 other countries.
In America, we have the right to succeed, the right to our own living, the right to have a family, the right to believe in God, the right to have our own ideas, the right to be safe and secure, and the right to be left alone.
Where do you stand? Help us save the Constitution and restore the American dream. Go to SaveMyFreedom.com.
Brought to you by the American Media Council.
Hey, this is Reba McEntire, and I wanted to talk to you about a serious problem right here in our own backyard. Did you know that there are nearly 16 million kids struggling with hunger in America? That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food, engaging their communities in solving hunger and giving hope to hungry kids and their families. But they need your help. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the second segment of today's Rush Hour. I'm Kelly Rush, and that is Latrice Bass, otherwise known as Harmony, musical poet extraordinaire. And we're just talking about all kinds of stuff, and we'd love to have you join us. Give us a call, 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. What else do you have to do in your car with that Bluetooth thing? Just make sure your hand's free and dial us in, 844-790-8255. Or if you are not in the car and on your Facebook, you can drop us a line in the Watch Party comments box, which I'm about to put up right in a second here as soon as I put the phone number out there. Call toll free. So what else is going on? What do you want to talk about? Let's talk about our practices.
Oh, is that safe on the air?
Oh, God, yeah. We can talk about almost anything. And we just can't curse about it. Damn it. That I can say. I just can't say S or F or C.
All our favorite words.
Well, yeah, all the ones that just seem to pop out of my mouth. See, I talk like a truck driving sailor, is how I put it. Because I just do. I don't know why. It's, to me, curses they don't mean anything. They're not, there's no such thing as a bad word. You know what I mean? Grow up. We're all grown-ups here.
Right.
They're exclamation points to me. That's all they are. You know, it's because the way I speak is
truth.
Well, truth. Absolutely truth.
Raw. No filters.
I put it out there. And it needs exclamation points. And
or emphasis.
Yeah, I can't, you know, when I write and I capitalize things, I put 3 exclamation points when it's, you know, when I need to emphasize it. I can't do that when I speak. So that's what S and F and a couple of these little.
It's kind of like, I'm not going to knock on your door. I'm going to kick your door in.
Right. Right. Those are not bad words. Bad words, quote unquote, bad, are slandering someone, cutting someone down, speaking lies about another person.
Yeah.
That are, you know, that, you know, is bad. If you want to, you know, they don't, you know, what you were taught as a little kid by control freak adults.
Oh my God.
Is no longer valid. Please grow up and revise your perception.
Yeah, you ain't got to fear.
Nobody's going to put you in the corner. Nobody's going to ground you or put soap in your mouth because you say F or S.
Ooh.
You know? They're just not. You're not in church.
Mm-mm.
You know, stop letting other people control you.
You got to be an independent thinker. Gotta get out that box.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Take a deep breath.
Because it's like we're all free. You know, how can
Why
I mean,
do people let?
I mean, it's strange that we're physically free all day.
Mm-hmm.
But we're a prison in our own mind, and it's not cool. It's not good.
It's really true. And it's gotten even worse with these little rectangles that we hold in our hands.
Oh my God! Every time the subject,
that's by design.
Every time the subject comes up, I'm like, man, you know, people don't know how to communicate anymore. They don't know how to introduce themselves anymore.
Oddly enough, it's ironic that this is a digital communications device.
Right.
And people's communication skills have devolved to primitive. They can't spell, they can't punctuate, they can't.
Everything's abbreviated, and you're like, what's that?
I can't stand that. I write in complete, full, punctuated, you know.
Oh, I don't abbreviate nothing.
I don't either. I hate your, you are, you know,
I would
your.
I would literally sit there and write a whole paragraph.
I do too. Full Oxford commas and
Yeah.
everything. Yes, the Oxford comma matters.
Everything we was taught in English class, it matters. I mean, come
Do
on.
they even have English class anymore? I'm not sure.
I've been out of school for so
Right.
long because I graduated when I was 16 in 2004.
Oh, right.
So I don't know.
Right.
I have no idea.
Did they when you were there at least?
Oh yeah. It was there.
I mean, they've taken everything else away. They've taken away, music. And why is Walgreens calling me?
Oh, pictures or prescriptions.
I don't shop at. I don't get anything. That's weird. That's very weird. But it's just education. You can't even call it that anymore. It's teaching. It's teaching to the test. It's read and regurgitate. I was extraordinarily fortunate. First of all, my mother was a teacher. And I also, the area I grew up in had an excellent educational system. Third, my mother handpicked all my teachers. So of course she picked the best ones who were also very strict. She worked in my schools. I didn't find this out until I was in my late 30s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, she cares.
It was like, so no wonder. It was horrible. It was horrible. I have serious issues from my high school experience, but that's a whole nother talk show. But I did get an excellent education because I was taught how to learn, not what to think.
Oh.
Which is a big difference. They don't teach kids how to learn. They don't teach them reasoning skills or how to research, where to get information, how to get information. They just Google it now. They don't even have to remember anything.
That's bad.
It's horrible.
That's bad.
They not teaching cursive anymore.
Oh my God.
That is very dangerous. Not even so much for identity purposes, hand-eye coordination, left-right brain connection. I mean, there is a purpose to making your body physically make those motions. There's a reason we did that. There's a reason that humanity, from the time they started doing that type of writing, I mean, calligraphy. They used to make people learn how to write Latin in calligraphy.
They used to teach Spanish too. I didn't get that.
No. I mean, in historical
Right.
but up to not too long before I was even in high school. Generation before me. Very. You know what calligraphy is, don't you? You've seen it. That real, fancy.
Oh yeah.
Written quill pen type stuff.
Oh yeah, when they was dipping the pen in the ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
When I went to school, even in my elementary school, they still had the old desks that had the ink wells. We didn't have them, but.
Wow.
Of course, I went to school in suburban Philadelphia, so.
Oh yeah.
We had very historical stuff.
No,
but,
they didn't have that in Cali.
No. But this is all by design. This whole gradual and rapidly increasing removal of these things from our children's consciousness. And you see what's happened. Well, it's about to change, and about to change real quick, the opposite direction.
I mean, but what's gonna happen when it completely takes over and people seriously cannot communicate
it won't.
with each other? It's all about, I mean, because just to make this quick, do you know how many guys I done blocked because they don't start off saying, hi, my name is, it's always babe, honey. I'm like, what? you don't know me. Like,
Right.
You know,
I'm not your bae.
you know, I'm like, you don't know how to properly. We can't even properly introduce ourselves. Like, hi, my name is
Slim Shady.
It's getting bad. I
Oh,
see
it's
it.
ridiculous.
It's
I mean,
getting bad.
and do they think that's attractive? That's hey, let me jump all over you. My legs are spread, baby. Come on over. That sounds good. It's like cat calls when you walk by a construction
Yeah.
zone. Do they think you're just gonna drop and take your skirt off? Or go running over and say, hey, here's my number, give me a call? You sound like fun?
That's bad news.
I just...
I
don't understand that mentality or what they're seeking to accomplish or what they think they're going to accomplish.
And then another thing technology have done that's completely messed up. You know how back in the day you saw a odd couple, but you're like...
Hold that thought. We got to go to a break real
Okay.
quick. We'll be back for the second half of today's Rush Hour with Kelly Rush and Harmony, otherwise known as Latrice Bass, after these messages. And we're talking about technology and what it's done for communication. After these messages. Come on back and join the conversation. 844-790-TALK. 844-790-TALK. Come on back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Patterson. I'm the founder and owner of Nevada Advanced Pain Specialists. At Nevada Advanced Pain Specialists, we take a comprehensive approach to treating patients with chronic pain in the greater Reno, Tahoe area. We believe in the biopsychosocial model. This means we use multiple disciplines such as massage therapy, physical therapy, behavioral health, and medical treatments to treat your chronic pain. A plan of care is tailor-made for each individual patient. We always recommend conservative care first, but offer minimally invasive treatments when necessary. We are your one-stop shop. If it hurts, we can help. We pride ourselves in providing passionate care and making you feel welcome and understood. We are located in Reno and in Sparks, so give us a call to schedule a new patient consult at 284-8650. Again, that's 284-8650. Or visit our website at nvadvancedpain.com. We hope you choose Nevada Advanced Pain Specialists to be your center for injury rehabilitation. nvadvancedpain.com, 284-8650.
Hi, this is Eddie Floyd. Let me tell you about my favorite non-profit public charity, Wainema Wild Horse Sanctuary, located on the Forsyth Ranch in Hallelujah Junction area. And please go to www.wainemaranch.com. That's WYNEMA ranch.com.
Rich is just a really, really, really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich, no. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The all-volunteer nonprofit Assistance League, Reno Sparks, is working to improve lives in Washoe County. Annually, they help preschoolers and foster children receive books and special treats, including one-on-one attention. Through their project Links to Learning, teachers can provide extra academic experiences for their students. These activities are funded by Assistance League Thrift Shop at 1701 Vassar Street in Reno. Open 10 to 4, Monday through Saturday.
This overload. Shannon Lawson here. Join us for the Nevada Radio Roundup, Fridays at 2 p.m. A good news variety show all about the local scene. The Nevada Roundup, Friday at 2.
Are you shy and don't want to talk on the air? Text us your questions or comments to 775-237-2266. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the second half of today's Rush Hour Wow. I'm Kelly Rush, and I have been joined by my dear friend and soul sister, Latrice Bass, 32-year-old Latrice Bass, otherwise known as Harmony, musical poet, and among other things, many other things. And you were about to speak about what technology has done for the online male scene.
It's gotten so. I mean, females do it too. It's two-sided now.
Yeah.
It's bad because you know how back in the day you seen an odd couple and you're like, oh my God, they must be so in love. But it's like, you know, because they wasn't tripping on looks, appearance, if they were missing a leg or,
well,
you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been, I mean, when I was coming up in the 80s, it was the tagline of the whole generation was image is everything. That's when they came out with the Canon EOS Rebel 35 millimeter camera. And Andre Agassi, the tennis player, whom you probably don't even know who that is, he and Brooke Shields, who was an actress at the time, huge popular, they were both gorgeous, were the it couple.
Yeah.
And the tagline of this, you know, of course, camera, image is everything.
Yeah.
And it became the tagline of this whole era. And pretty people and skinny and everything was the 80s. And so it's always been a thing. It just hasn't always been in our faces like this.
Well, now it is.
And now it's even worse. But it's also, though, caused the body positivity thing too, which has been a nice side effect. I think there's been a good a good balance, I think, and a really good awareness that's come from it. Now, has that gone a little too far as well? Yes, but it's, again, we always have to, you know, humans in our infinite wisdom always have to, you know, sink the boat before we rock it and then bring it back to, you know, the level. But, you know, it's been ultimately it will, you know, work its way out and become what it was intended. But like I said, we have to go through it gets worse before it gets better.
That's true. Yeah.
But at the current point, it's rough. So tell some stories about. I have never done the online dating thing. So tell me what the deal is.
It's horrible. It was this one guy. Oh, you're gonna laugh.
Which site?
No, actually, this guy hit me up on Instagram.
Oh God, they do it on like regular. Oh God,
you're gonna laugh your butt off. This is what happened. So somehow he got my number off Instagram because I had my business card there. So long story short, he calls me on a random day. I was at work, and I'm like, why is he calling me like he's been knowing me forever? So then, because I actually thought it was somebody else playing on my phone. And I said, if you're who I think it is, you're violating a restraining order. You're not supposed to be talking to me. So he's like, no, I'm not who you think it is. And I'm not
going to... F are you?
I'm not going to say his name on air, but...
Well, right.
So he kept saying his name. And I said, okay, if you're who you say you are, show me a picture. So he texted me a picture. I took one look at that picture. I said, this is a catfish. This is a straight catfish. And
because he was really good looking.
It was too perfect. I'm
Yeah.
like, no. So he kept texting me. So I said, you know what? I'm about to do him a job. So I kept calling, hanging up, and then I would call and let him listen to the background noises at my job. And he got so mad. He started cussing, and he was like, "You're gonna run the battery down in my effing phone and blah 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 blah."
Why'd you call me out of the blue, Rando? Who are you?
He ain't bothering me no more.
I bet.
Sometimes you gotta give people their own medicine.
I mean, who randomly just calls somebody off the internet? I mean, at least message you first.
Yeah.
And introduce yourself and say hi.
But I went to his profile and I seen what he really looked like. And I'm like,
don't pull that crap. I mean, what are you going to do if you actually meet up? I mean, so obviously he had no intention of following through or that's.
I seen what he actually looked like. I'm like, you know what? You need to take this drama elsewhere. You know?
I can't. And people wonder again. People wonder why I'm solo.
Oh.
I mean, I'll say it again. Not like anybody is clamoring to date the crazy crippled lady, but you know, I just
games is all games.
It is. It is. For what? For what? You know, I have never gotten anything out of any of my relationships. Not one. Nothing. It's all me. Give and give and give and give.
But you see, that's why with me, you know, it's very important to work on self-love.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to just work on you because then you start finding out things about yourself. You're like, oh my God, I didn't know I liked this. I didn't know I liked this.
That was after
yeah.
I figured that one out a long time ago. That was an important one. Figuring out what you don't like. You know, realizing that knowing what you don't like is as important as knowing what you do want.
Yeah.
But I don't know what relationships are for. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I
came to my own conclusion on that, and the thing is that I'm like, well, that's not me. You know, I feel like my place is on the stage entertaining people. I feel like that's my purpose. And it's like, ever since I came to a realization with that with myself, I don't even worry about it anymore.
Right.
I don't, you know, because when I was doing that, the whole relationship thing, and, you know, I'm not trying to promote being single. I'm not trying to promote not interacting with people.
Right.
You know, it's for some
for
people
you, yeah.
and it's not for some people, and it's just not for me because I feel like I have so much to offer, and my whole life people been keeping me in this bubble like, no, you're gonna stay here because I want you here, and you know,
right.
you know, cause it's a fear. I don't know what the fear is, but they always kept me in a bubble.
Yeah.
So I can't do relationships anymore. Friendships, yeah, yeah.
I'm a much better friend than I am a girlfriend / wife, whatever.
I mean, yeah. So it's like, yeah, you want to go kick it, you know, hang out. But as far as like that whole trying to play house and we so in love.
That's it. That playing house is exactly what it turns into, and I can't do it. I just.
And then you have the whole fake proposals, like.
Oh, I don't do that. I brook that from. There is no marriage. There's no civil property contracts. I'm not doing any of that crap. What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours.
Exactly. And I've always had more than my partner, so it was always the whole manipulation, like, well, what's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours. And I'm like,
everything is always in my name.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but what do you have to offer instead of me being on my back? I mean, come on, like let's.
And that was never worth the crap either.
It's like, come on, like let's be real here. Let's just be real.
there it is. You nailed it. So I could never understand what relationships were for, because it always turned into playing house in my house.
In my house.
You know, I always owned everything. Everything was always in my name. And
when I was 19, I had a credit card from Bank of America. I was dating how old was he? He was like 40.
Oh God.
I think 48.
See, my problem was I always went younger.
So I was 19, he was 48. He tried to manipulate me into, he was like, well, let me hold your card. I'm like, why would you? And when I said no, do you know he got big mad behind it? It was like big mad. And I'm like, I took
out. Get out. I'd have been like, see that door?
And to this day, I still never understood.
Really? He was going to run it the hell up and and leave.
I told him no.
Oh, he was going to steal from you. What do you mean? You didn't understand?
I mean, because I was in a Job Corps. He had his own business.
That was probably failing.
Well, it was a swap meet old type thing.
Oh, yeah. And he needed to use your card for either product or... Oh, yeah. No. He was absolutely going to steal from you. Bad news. How much longer did he last? We'll answer that when we come back. Stay tuned. We'll be back for the fourth and final segment of today's Rush Hour after these messages. Come on back.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dr. Phil here. I help people solve difficult and trying personal problems every day on my TV show, but there's one problem that's just got me stumped: childhood hunger. Nearly 16 million children in America struggle with it. That's 1 in 5 kids who may not know where their next meal is coming from, despite the fact that there's more than enough healthy, nutritious food out there to feed them all. Now, I don't know about you, but that is unacceptable to me. Luckily, the Feeding America network of good people is out there collecting surplus food and giving hope to hungry children and their families at local food banks all across the country. But let's face it, they can't do it without your help. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ, a Lotus broadcast station. The power of radio since 1967.
Want to expand your advertising dollar? Sponsor this or any America Matters program by calling 775-827-8900, extension 2. Now back to the show.
And welcome back to the fourth and final segment of today's Rush Hour. I am your host, Kelly Rush, and I'm here with Latrice Bass, otherwise known as Harmony. And we're just kind of talking about stuff. And Gary Raffinelli jumped in. Hi, glad you're home for a little while there. And Eddie Floyd is watching. And we've got Thomas Frankel and Mary Meeker. Happy birthday, Mary. Kathleen Hanley. Love to see those friendly faces there watching on the Facebook watch party. That's always fun. And everybody who's listening out there on the radio and the stream, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you want to call in and join the conversation, I would love to hear any online dating mishaps anybody's had out there. 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. And or you can drop a comment in the watch party box there. So what else? What other? Have you done much? Have you met anybody from online? Did you actually go out with anybody?
It was this one guy. That was last year. I was like around like before Thanksgiving, but it was short lived because I believed that his intentions was not good because he was spending a lot of money on me, and after a while I was feeling very uncomfortable because I'm like, okay, I understand he ain't doing all of this for free. And then he deserted me on Christmas. And that was the last.
That's weird.
That was the last time I heard from him.
Just ghosted, huh?
Well, okay, it was kind of like, okay, because he sent me a Christmas text message, and I asked him. I said, "Well, how's things going on over there?" Because something about his grandma was in her last days. And it seemed like every day it was getting worse and worse, and I was like, I don't know about this one. And so, because the last time I seen her, she didn't look like there was something wrong with her. I mean, well, it could have been, but I don't know. I don't want to put something out there that's not true. But so I said okay. So I ended up blocking him on Instagram, Facebook. And blocking him from calling me because I'm like, you want to play this game? Like I don't play that being deserted on a holiday. I don't.
No, that's weird.
It's like you better be somewhere in the hospital on your deathbed or something. Something. You better have a legit reason why you can't spend the holidays with me. That's just how I am. That's just me.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah, it just left a very eerie vibe, and
you just never heard anything since. Weird. People are weird. They really are, and I mean they've gotten weird in their behavior and like in how they just kind of deal with situations now.
Well, to be honest with you, I looked into it. And
what'd you find out?
The divine power showed me that there was another woman.
Well, that was pretty.
So I, let it
and
go.
that's even worse. I mean, who cared about him, right? But he'll get his. But just why can't you just say, look, I met somebody else that seems to be a better fit. It was nice to meet you, and
I mean, ain't no
I'm
love
move
lost. Ain't no love lost. I mean, it's like do your thing.
Big whoop.
I mean, I ain't lost nothing. But a potential headache.
Right. Just close it off.
Yeah.
Leaving that open energy just isn't cool. It's just not cool.
Mm-mm.
You know, it leaves just a weird feeling. You know, so it's, you know, at least you can close it off and just be done with it, you know.
Oh, I've been done with it.
I mean,
I moved forward.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, it's just people are weird. Dudes. Well, I hope it worked out. Whatever. Or not. So.
I mean, with all the blessings coming, I mean, you know.
Oh, tell me about being on Canyon White's show.
She is a beautiful person.
Isn't she pretty?
Like, oh my God, like, she's all about paying it forward. And she gave me so much game yesterday, so much information, you know. And because I told her, I said, between you and her, I'm like, y'all have been a major blessing in my life. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything more. And I am so forever grateful that, I mean, like I said, I believe it's by the divine that whoever brought us together, and I don't know, it's amazing. I'm loving my journey.
That's awesome. Me too. Me too. I'm so glad that things just kind of worked out the way they did.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool how it does here. You know, just you kind of walked in, you know, looking for Oliver based on Deidre's reference, you know, and stumbled into me. And it just, that was the way it was supposed to be. So.
But I know who you was because I remember you that night.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah, because
you kind of out of situ. It takes, you know, it always takes me a minute, and I have to get out of where my head is at the second.
Well, I have my hairpiece on. I don't have it on now, so that's what threw you off.
Yeah. Well, and then just, you know, bar, you know, that night, and and then I had seen you one other time.
Oh.
Though, you had, because you didn't perform that night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You played, but yeah. Oh, okay. Wait. So this was. Yeah. Okay. Because there were two different nights. Because you were there. What night did I see? I saw you the night of the comedians, right? Or was that the night of the?
No. That's when I opened up for.
The Cryptillions.
The Cryptillions.
Yeah.
And
okay.
The super.
Those that horrible. The crippled band who isn't crippled.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, well, these poor listeners, they're like, what the hell are they talking about?
Me and Deidre was talking about that. I was just dying. I'm like,
oh man. Did she give you an explanation? That we're talking about, for those of you who are listening, if you still are, we're talking about the Elbow Room Bar over in Sparks. And I saw Harmony play at an event over there one night, and she opened for these other bands, and one band was horrible. I mean, they were just so bad on so many levels in so many ways. And now, evidently, the guitar player is trying to sue the Elbow Room because he's claiming that they didn't have Americans with Disabilities Act access for a wheelchair to get on the stage. And he was not in a wheelchair. He did not request wheelchair access to the stage. He did not need wheelchair access to the stage. He was perfectly mobile on 2 feet, stood on 2 feet during the performance, and we have no idea where this is coming from, but I've been asked to give a statement about that night and what I witnessed. And I said, absolutely, especially as a handicapped person. So, yeah. And evidently this is this person's MO, modus operandi. He's done this before to other venues in town.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, interesting. We'll see what happens with that.
Oh.
I doubt it'll progress very far, but
Oh no, Deja
I think
was
he's
pretty...
one of those people that probably makes a threat and expects the whatever to cave, just, you know, to not have to deal with it. But this is a small claims issue. You can just, I mean, it's ridiculous. So anyway, but thanks so much for joining me and happy birthday.
Thank you.
And so yeah, this was fun. Of course, we'll do it again, and especially once you get these gigs firmed up and we have some dates. And yeah, well, let's start planning this Art Town thing at the Elbow Room. Get some bands and artists and art stuff going for Art Town.
Oh yeah.
Hard to believe that's coming up in a couple of months already. It's March 6th.
It's my cousin's birthday today.
Oh my goodness.
She was born a day after me.
Wow. Wow. Well, yeah, if your birthday was yesterday, that would make sense. So we got to go. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we will be back on Monday. Everybody tune in at 11 o'clock for the new Reno Town Hall at Reno Town Mall show with Michael Smith at 11 to 11:30. Noon to 1 is America Matters with Eddie Floyd. We're going to have Michael Martin Murphy calling in. Murph, Wildfire. We'll be singing Wildfire. Tune in. See you then.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally